It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up next is the Texans' rookie wide receiver. He's coming off one of his biggest games in both yards and touchdowns last week. It's the Texans and the Jaguars. All that and more coming up next.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit. The Texans offense set to go to work, 2-0 on the young season. And the one to watch is going to be this man, their rookie wide receiver. Off to a bit of a slope. Early going, what do you make of that? A problem, or am I reading too much into that?
I don't think you're reading too much into it, but I think we need a bigger sample size. It's only been a couple of games so far. People know he's talented, so, they'll kick coverages in his direction. Let's give him some time and see if he can really get going, because I think he's got the potential to be a big-time player.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Stroud. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Yeah, it's been a good start to the season for him. He's still kind of getting used to a new terminology, new playbook, new quarterback, you name it. But he's certainly been solid in his first month, and he's got a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devin Singletary. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of time.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. Across midfield, and finally brought down at the 38. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, how to plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
On first down, here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second down and a yard. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Singletary to get the drive started. Shoves him aside. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Come on. Hey.
They go right back to Singletary. Oh, look at the juke. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Stroud. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Texans are 2-0 here to begin the season. Now off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Houston's offense taking over again. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Panther streak! Panther streak!
Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage. Have extra people in the territory for him. You got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown! A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Ready, break!
First and 10, it's Stroud. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now he's loose again. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give, Singletary right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
2nd down and 8.
At the 34-yard line.
Check Bobcat, check Bobcat.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
Open man is Noah Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Singletary. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Singletary again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, They've got it going today.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Delay of game, offense.
I think probably just trying to draw them off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
They'll give this to Singletary running right. And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
182 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texans. 13-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Houston set to take over. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
Let's go now.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Powering his way forward. Still going. Inside the 20.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out.
And now out comes Houston. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. He gets this one to Mechie.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Got a man, it's Brown.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Singletary here running out of the gun.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.
And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.